here at FoxPro and we got Ryan Poorman from FrogLube and Kenum distribution, right?
Yep.
And what I got here today is I got a brand new Ruger American rifle and a 204. I'm gonna try that this year for Fox here in Pennsylvania.
Nice and small.
Yeah, so I want to try that caliber out, but we just got it and we're gonna apply the FrogLube and condition the gun before we take it to the range. But tell me, it's good to see you again, brother.
Good to see you.
This is the fun part we get to do, is hang out and clean guns and then go shoot them. So, but what we're gonna do is tell us a little bit about FrogLube. What is FrogLube?
What FrogLube is an all-natural ingredient, bio-based cleaning lubricant system. It's developed to basically give you a cleaning solvent and a gun lubricant. Not one product does everything. You know, a product's going to clean off all the existing stuff, get all your petroleum products off, and put a natural lubricant onto the gun.
It's a fairly easy process. You basically use the solvent to clean the gun, condition everything, and then you take the FrogLube to condition the metal. And we're going to do a little bit of heating here. Why do you heat the barrel? And we'll get into more of this as we're doing it, but why do you have to heat that metal up when you put the FrogLube on it?
Well, the heating is designed to open up the pores of the metal and draw in the lube. So what we like to tell guys is it's kind of like seasoning a cast iron pan, because the more lube you draw into that metal, the less fouling, the less stuff is going to build onto the metal. You can just wipe it clean. So it helps follow up cleaning a lot easier.
What are we going to do now, Ryan?
First thing you want to do is take the solvent. The solvent's the clear looking product. And you just want to take it over pretty much the whole surface of the gun. You can spray it down the barrel just to get it on there and get the oils loosened. Because you're just going to back through with a cloth or just a simple scrub brush and just get it all. So basically all I'm going to do is just take the solvent, spray it down. You don't have to worry about getting this stuff on your hands. It's not going to irritate your skin or cause you any problems. Spray that down. Take your trigger assembly. Spray it down the top, down to the action.
And we'll clean the inside of the barrel out too?
Yep, we can punch the barrel.
Where can you find FrogLube at? Where can they get this stuff?
FrogLube is available on our website at kenumdistribution.com. There is numerous other retail centers that carry the product. If you just go online and just search for it, it's anywhere, even on eBay and Amazon.
But Kenum distribution is, you can get it right there.
Yep, that's our retail site. Clothing, the shirts are on there as well.
Okay,
so
good.
It's kind of your one-stop shop for FrogLube products.
Perfect. So we're just going to scrub this thing down now?
Yeah, just take the brush and just kind of loosen up the oils. You don't have to go crazy. You don't want to use any bronze brushes or anything. Just use nylon. You'll see that oil's coming right off there, just with a paper towel. That's not even scrubbing it. Just lifts all that right out.
Well, tell us about then the FrogLube, Ryan, as far as what it prevents then. It prevents dirt and stuff.
Well, the FrogLube,
getting in there, and then talk about the temperatures and how low, how cold you can use this stuff in as well, because you hear everybody that's going to Alaska, for example, they want to dry out their action completely, and obviously you don't want to completely dried out action or gun before you go somewhere. It's got to have some sort of lubricant in it.
Right. Well, with FrogLube being, I guess we would call a seasoning product, you're actually putting the lube into the metal. Now there's some people that want to run them wet, but if you're going to cold conditions, you want to basically wipe the gun dry. But when you start running the firearm or just even firing that one shot, that lube from the heat of the gun comes back out, keeps everything from binding up and giving you problems. So it's been tested in Arctic conditions, and it's when it's warm, it's even better. But even cold conditions, it's going to operate for you, because you're not going to have an oil on the surface that's going to gum up and get
seize it all up.
Yeah, stiffen up your action. So it's designed pretty much any climate, you're going to be good.
How long does this total process take? Say if you were doing this by yourself, you can be done in what?
Oh, I've done handguns within 20 minutes or so. It just depends on how much surface area you have to.
I guess it also depends on how much time you want to put into it too. I guess it doesn't matter really.
Yeah.
Spray the solvent on and scrub every area, every inch. It's not going to hurt it.
Oh no. The more tedious, more attention you take, it's better.
You just run it back and forth.
Yeah, just run it through there.
Oh, nice and dirty.
And that's just oil from the factory.
Yeah, we didn't shoot this bad boy yet.
Because I gotta put stuff on to make sure it doesn't rust while I ship them.
Yeah, you never know how long they're gonna be on the shelf, you know. Fortunately, they don't stay on the shelf very long in my house. I'm gonna spray some more in there.
Yep, that's fine. Yep. Then we can just stick a patch and then run it dry.
Okay.
All right, so what I like to do if I'm going to start with get the barrel seasoned is just taking a heat gun and pointing it right at the end of the barrel, because all it does is just kind of funnel the heat.
Okay.
And heat it up as you go along.
Sure.
So we can start with it that way.
And I actually used, I mean, you can use a good blow dryer too to heat it up. I used that, before. Basically, like what you like to do is heat it from the inside out.
Well, to make sure you get the inside of the barrel nice
completely
and warm.
dry and warm.
But one thing nice with the inside of the barrel, as you start running it,
it's gonna get warm.
Yeah. So if you fire, like we'll do at the range, we'll fire a few shots, run a clean patch, and then run a lube patch through there. And as that barrel pulls back down, we'll draw that lube back in there.
See how that's seasoned up right there? Did you put lube on that?
I put lube on the threads right there.
And is that pulling out the oil?
If you probably wipe that, it'll probably be black because it's probably taking more of the oil off.
So you just drop a little dab of that on a clean patch.
Yeah, you can work it around just to get it through the patch. Yeah, just keep falling apart. Alright. Now what we can do is just take the heat gun, just kind of go across the surface of the action and everything there. Now you can do this either way.
I'll try not to burn you.
You can do it either way. Some guys will like to put the lube on and then heat it, or you can heat it and then lube it. I like heating it first and then applying it.
And then basically all we're gonna do is just wipe this thing down then, right?
Yep. Yeah, let it cool off after you apply the lube, and then just you can take the paper towels or just a lint-free towel and wipe it off.
Now this thing will be good for the season, and I can just use the field wipes then.
Yeah, just
clean it up a little bit throughout the season. So this thing's done. It's ready to go.
Yeah. Say you get home and it was a rainy night, or you're out in the dew, just take a cloth, like a towel, and dry it off.
Yeah.
And then take one of the wipes and just wipe it back down.
No more WD-40.
No, no more WD-40. No. Okay. Yeah, when we were down there at that shoot this weekend, we were just using the wipes like crazy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And that's good because as you use those wipes, it's just putting more of the.
And what we like about the wipes is you're not over applying.
Okay.
You're not leaving a pile of excess lube on the surface of it. Just get that all across there.
So those are the field wipes. Those are something I just keep in my pocket or my vest or in the truck or something. And like you said, if you have a rainy night or something, wipe your gun down. Yeah,
they're nice to follow up with. You go to the range, you go to the woods, come back home, just wipe it down because that just puts a nice little coating of lube across the surface. And it doesn't really leave that much, and it makes it look like it's really wet.
Right. You don't need a lot of this too. It goes a long way. Just a little bit goes a long ways.
And that's another thing with the heat. know, the heat.
It also allows it, breaks it down and makes it go further.
Makes it spread.
You could break this all down if you wanted to.
Yeah, if you feel confident in taking the guts out of a bolt, you can. Because it's always good to get springs, because springs tend to rust. So if you can get into your springs and your firing pin and stuff, you can do it.
You had mentioned too that as this FrogLube is on there, as the gun heats up, it's gonna get down into those areas naturally anyway and find that.
Yep. Yep, because it's kind of heat activated, and as it goes, it'll creep farther into the firearm.
Next one, maybe put some down in there.
Yeah, just get some on that, because that's where you actually got moving parts of the action right there.
Yeah. All lubed up.
Yeah, just let it sit like that for a little bit, and then take it back and wipe her down. So all right, it's cooled off. So now we cooled down pretty well. We can go back over. You can kind of see where it's just like a little haze on there, and just go back and wipe all the excess off, because you're not wanting the surface to be a wet surface. And you'll see, even after you go back over with the frog wipes a few times, you're still gonna
see it oozing out of there.
You're still gonna be pulling petroleum off the surface of them. Yep. Just gets better with more use.
Notice that when we go out and shoot this thing, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. You send a few rounds through it. When we punch the barrel, you'll pull it out.
Pre-season activities going on here before everything starts getting
do it now, because you wait till the last minute, you'll forget about it.
Yep. You got some time to clean your guns and get them conditioned properly, get them ready for the season. That's why we're going to go shoot. You know, obviously none of us get to shoot as much as we'd like, but
so then since we got the fingerprints all over the
scope,
you can just take the scope and spray it down.
And that's like a water-based cleaner, right?
Yep.
So if you get that on the glass, whatever, you can just clean that off and you're good.
Oh yeah, you can use it as a glass cleaner, no problem. Helps, get dust and anything off that you've collected along the way. Good to go.
We're lubed up. Now we just gotta see how this baby shoots.
Ready to shoot.
Well, you brought your 223, right? Well, we'll just take that one and this one, and let's go ahead to the range and sight this baby in for fox season.
Sure. Looks good.
Looks all cleaned up too. Yeah.